everyone, coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Saturday Night Main Event Review. As you see right here, Goldberg just had his match against Gunther. Did Goldberg emerge victorious over the ring general Gunther? We'll talk about that coming up as well. A lot of more Saturday Night Main Event news and stuff you won't believe coming up here on Saturday Night Main Event. We also saw a lot going down. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get the Saturday Night Main Event review show coming up. And also, too, Bianca Belair made a rare appearance. We'll talk about what's her role going to be coming up on the Evolution side tomorrow. Let's get the Saturday Night's Main Event review show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. This is Saturday Night Main Event Review. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on this live edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. This is Saturday Night Main Event Review. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a day. All right, let's not waste no time whatsoever. We're going to kick things off here on Saturday Night Main Event. What we saw prior, but we'll get to that in a minute. We saw this right here. Randy Orton, the first match of the night. Randy Orton taking on Drew McIntyre. Now, we kind of know that Jelly Roll was a part of that. You saw right here. You saw last night on the SmackDown Ring Report. We talked about this right here. We can bring it up right here. Jelly Roll made a rare appearance on SmackDown. And Jelly Roll right here teaming up with Randy Orton to want to do his concert. But Randy Orton was trying to alleviate the stuff with Jelly Roll and stuff until what had happened and stuff. Jelly Roll got into an altercation with Logan Paul. Logan Paul interrupted Jelly Roll. We talked about on the SmackDown Ring Report. And we give you full to speed on what's going on. Logan Paul destroyed the set and then started attacking Randy Orton from behind until Jelly Roll came out there. And Jelly Roll did some force. Jelly Roll put his hands on Logan Paul right here and got physical with Logan Paul. And Logan Paul didn't forget that. Logan Paul wanted to make it seem like with that situation, what went down and stuff. Jelly Roll was in attendance, and Jelly Roll did deliver as well. We had saw. Well, we get to this right here. Fast forward to now, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre now best of buddies. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre now best of buddies, and then you saw right there. Well, Randy Orton won his match over Jelly Roll and pinned Jelly Roll to get the win. One thing about Randy Orton, what went down and stuff. Logan Paul getting it right here, but Jelly Roll got Claymore kick from the head by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre doing what he did to Jelly Roll, leaving Jelly Roll unconscious for a moment. Jelly Roll didn't really have a feet on that, what went down as well. Like I said, Jelly Roll in the corner of Randy Orton. Logan Paul was in the corner of Drew McIntyre. You know that Drew and Randy has history dating back a couple of years ago at least. But Randy Orton got the RKO victory over Drew McIntyre. I told you that Jelly Roll got attacked by Drew. And Jelly Roll was trying to help his friend Randy Orton, and he got attacked from behind. So we can tell you right now, it's official. Randy Orton will team up with Jelly Roll in a tag team match to take on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. That match will happen at SummerSlam, that historic SummerSlam match. They always got to have a celebrity in a tag team match. So Jelly Roll is going to be that celebrity to take on Logan Paul. What a match that's going to be at Saturday Night Main Event on SummerSlam, I mean to say, in 3 weeks. Time we don't know it's going to be night 1 or night 2. I believe it's going to be night 2, the impact of this match. So we'll see how this is going to go coming up. Jelly Roll will have a major part of SummerSlam. He'll be teaming with Randy Orton to take on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Looking forward to seeing that as well. So looking forward to seeing that. But Randy Orton, the Viper, wins in his match over Drew McIntyre, fellow rival. We saw that earlier tonight. Well, we get to another we heard that Bianca Belair was in town. Bianca Belair has been named the special guest referee. Let me show Bianca right quick. Bianca Belair right here. Right here coming back. Wrist arm up. She's gonna be playing a part in Evolution. She's gonna be a special guest referee in the match between her former besties Jay and Naomi. We'll see how this all gonna play out in that match. Looking forward to seeing that no holds barred match between Jay and Naomi. So Jay and Naomi, Bianca Belair gonna call it right down the middle. She's gonna be the law and order in the ring. That no holds barred match. Looking forward to seeing that. Bianca Belair coming back. I was kind of thinking where would Bianca at, but Bianca's gonna play a major part tomorrow night at Evolution. Looking forward to seeing that as well. Well, we get to another match that everybody was talking about as well. We saw Solo Sikoa. We can show Solo right quick. Solo Sikoa goes one-on-one with Jimmy. Solo versus Jimmy, brother versus brother for the U.S. Championship. Can Jimmy win the U.S. Championship over his younger brother Solo? That was going to be the question. We know that Jimmy Uso had some issues yesterday with his brother Solo. Well, it was time for put up and shut up in the match. We saw Solo Sikoa found the way by pinning his brother Jimmy, and you can tell right here Solo Sikoa got the 1-2-3 over brother Jimmy with the help of that tall giant Hikuleo doing his business and helping Jimmy out. But Jacob Fatu came out there to help aid Jimmy. Jacob Fatu, Miki Hikuleo, these two monsters are going to really destroy each other. And I can't wait to see it. A savage monster versus a monster, a real life tall guy. You can tell it was going to go down and how it's going to be moving forward. But like I said, I don't know what the match is going to be at SummerSlam, but you know that monster is going to be part of SummerSlam some way, somehow. They're going to want that monster, Hikuleo, to be the attraction. We'll see what Hikuleo would do in a match against Jacob Fatu down the road. So we'll see how that's going to go. But Solo Sikoa wins his match tonight with Solo doing the dividends right here over Jimmy tonight, easily retaining his U.S. Championship by cheating as well as he did. All right, we get to this right here. Another match that everyone was talking about tonight. Seth Rollins taking on LA Knight. Seth Rollins taking on LA Knight one-on-one. Seth Rollins, LA Knight. Who's going to emerge victorious between Seth and LA Knight? That was the question that everyone wanted to know. Seth Rollins and LA Knight left it all in the ring. You know, Seth Rollins wanted to get his hands on LA Knight. And it was the perfect opportunity for Seth to do so tonight for him. And, there were some trouble within the match as well. Seth Rollins was going to hit his move until his knees gave out. And you can tell right here, this is where Seth was trying to move his knees around, but he couldn't really move his knees as he wanted to move it. We don't know right now what the timetable is right now, but Seth Rollins took that defeat right here by LA Knight. And he took the defeat as well. Seth Rollins really getting checked on. He took the win. I guess they were trying to go ahead and improvise right quick. And LA Knight won his match over Seth Rollins and did so right here. But the question everyone wants to know is Seth Rollins okay right now? Will he be able to compete down the road because he took a nasty fall? So that's the question everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to see. So we'll see how that's going to go. Seth Rollins, we'll know the timetable is. If his leg got blowed out or nothing, it take about at least 10 to 12 months, 10 months to a year to see how that's going to all go down. So we'll see how that's going to go. But right now, LA Knight won his match tonight did so tonight by doing what he did tonight by LA Knight winning the match as well. So LA winning his match tonight for him. Now we get to the main event. The main event of the night was for the World Heavyweight Championship. The ring general Gunther defends the World Championship against Goldberg. Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is something like I said, can Goldberg and Gunther on what went down tonight for both men. Goldberg and Gunther trying to get themselves together. Goldberg and Gunther showing their dominance tonight. We saw right here. And Goldberg and Gunther really showing how everything can be between these two men. We know that they can't stand each other. And Goldberg wanted to prove to Gunther that he got one fight left in him. Goldberg tried to start off strong and had to end this quick in a hurry. For Goldberg coming out from with Ernest the Cat Miller to Doug Dillinger, all his WCW comrades back in the day in WCW. Goldberg in his hometown of Atlanta trying to win the world championship. Well, Goldberg had the match won, but he made some critical mistakes throughout the match, spearing referee Charles Robinson. Then led to Goldberg being placed on by the patented Gunther sleeper hold. And Gunther using that sleeper hold as his patented move to defeat the mighty Goldberg. Goldberg passed out, and really wasn't enough for the big guy Goldberg. Goldberg loses, but he's retired as a champion of the people in Atlanta, Georgia, his hometown, Atlanta. Goldberg did the way he wanted to do it, but unfortunately, it just wasn't his night tonight by winning the world championship the way he wanted to win it. Goldberg lost right there. You see right here, Goldberg lost with the sleeper. But Goldberg leaves as a champion, and you can tell right here, Goldberg tried to fight out of it, but just wasn't enough for Goldberg. Goldberg loses the Gunther and loses the opportunity to become world champion. But Goldberg rise on top as the true champion he is by thanking the crowd and thanking the people in Atlanta for all they done. So Goldberg leaves as a true champion in the world. He didn't win the title tonight, but he leaves Atlanta with his head held high and knowing that he did try his best, and he leaves on top. And Goldberg already a Hall of Famer. He'll be probably making being a ambassador by this point in the moment. Goldberg leaves his head high, but Goldberg's opponent Gunther still holds the gold. We don't know what's next for Gunther, winning the World Heavyweight Championship, retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, and he did. So we saw tonight, how there's going to be for Gunther and Goldberg coming up forward. All right, we're going to leave you with Goldberg leaving his head high as a champion. He did so tonight by doing what he needed to do, by trying to attempt to become world champion. It just wasn't his night tonight. So for me being Kendrick Dick says so long. We'll see you. We got a lot of archives. We got the Pro Wrestling Show, Saturday Night Main Event, predict the outcome. We got the review. We got a lot. The Great American Bash review, predictions as well. We got a lot. We're heading towards Evolution tomorrow. We'll predict the outcome as well as review. So look forward to seeing that tomorrow. So thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Pro Wrestling Show.